Alright, here we are for round number 3, playing against Cooney. We are on the draw again. Keep getting these hands on the draw with these bounce lands, so I always have to discard. I'm gonna keep this one. It seems okay. I got some fogs and stuff. Don't have any parts of our combo, but that's okay. Ooh, a white deck. That is all the makings of a good matchup. And a Spore Frog, not bad. So we're playing against Slivers. Our fogs are going to be great. Not surprised we're 0-2 and playing against the Sliver deck, because that deck is terrible. But it can run some people over if they're unprepared for it, and you can really beat people's... if people have a lot of red removal, you can really dish out a beating on them sometimes. Okay, I think I'm going to discard the Stinkweed Imp at this point. So unfortunately, Stinkweed Imp can't deal any damage to their Slivers now that they have flanking. So it's not very good. Alright, Virulent Sliver. We're taking some poison. So life gain's not going to get us out of this, but fogs will. Opponent's draw is terrible. So I don't know exactly what they were doing. Like, they should have almost certainly mulliganed this hand. Just doesn't do anything, man. So I think I'm going to fog this turn, and then I don't even have to fog this turn. I'm going to play my... Do I want to play my Spore Frog? I would like to play my Spore Frog the turn I'm going to use it. Actually, okay, never mind. So if they play another Virulent Sliver, I will take a lot of poison, but if they really need to play 2 of them for it to matter. And now that they have that forest, it might be possible. I mean, obviously it's possible, but it seemed pretty unlikely before that. Like, they have no lords. What did they keep? Is their hand just full of Vines of Vastwood or something? I'm not even gonna Moment's Peace this. Alright, if they feel the need to pump, then I will Moment's Peace. Why wouldn't I? It'd also be nice because next turn I can Kodama's Reach and I don't necessarily have to fog right away. I do need to draw some other stuff. Like, I don't have any way to get stuff back from the graveyard, so I'm just gonna leave those for now. Okay, it's Kodama's Reach. Oh yeah, I can Splice. That seems nice. Alright, we're gonna hit this Virulent Sliver, I think, just so I don't die to poison. My opponent's super far away from killing me with damage. Doesn't matter, I'll eventually kill all of them. And I'll get rid of the brown scale. This is a little risky, because if they could protect their Virulent Sliver, it would counter my Kodama's Reach, but I'm not worried about that at this point, because they only have a white up. If they had a green up, I couldn't make that play. So... Oh, wait. Why didn't that work? Oh, I didn't control a swamp. Oh, no. Punt. I even had a swamp in my hand and everything. Alright, well, that was definitely a punt. But I don't know if it's going to come back to haunt us. Losing all those cards in my graveyard was pretty annoying. I forgot that this lets you kind of cast it. It lets you cast it, but it doesn't work if you don't have a swamp. I'm just going to take this. It doesn't really matter to me. This will only be an issue if my opponent plays another untapped land and a Journey to Nowhere, but I don't think they have an untapped land since the Sentinel Sliver was probably their draw for the turn. Alright, Stinky. Coming back. So I need to draw a Death Denied or a Hanakami at some point. This turn I'm going to Rend Flesh and I'm going to kill some of their guys. My opponent's draw has been just heinous. It's been so bad. So I'm going to sacrifice my Spore Frog here. My opponent sure looked like they had a... sure looked like they were thinking about playing a Journey to Nowhere. And then decided against it. So if they play the Journey to Nowhere, I can sack the frog and they have to hit their own creature. So that wouldn't be great for them. Alright, let's cast this and splice additional spells. Let's hit the Virulent and the Sidewinder. Alright, this time I'm doing it right. So let's get rid of these lands, the Kodama's Reach. I don't think I really need the Secure Tribe Elder. See if they protect one. I'm assuming they have at least one more Vines in their hand with the way they spewed off that first one. We'll see if they have two or just one. Okay. So they kept the poison one, which is interesting. Hanakami's a good start. Let's go ahead and play out the Stinkweed Imp, and then I'm in a Moment's Peace. I am expecting that my opponent has a Journey to Nowhere, just the way they played that turn before, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that they have that. Yep. So can't really do anything about it. But I don't even have to fog here, so maybe I won't. Thing is, if I do fog here, I probably won't have to fog next turn. Okay. These creatures don't have Infect, so like I just don't care if they deal me more actual damage. All I care about is the poison damage. This is only 5, so Poisonous is different than Infect. Yeah, there's nothing to play here. Cool. So I got the Hanakami. Oh, never mind. I want to play the Stinkweed Imp again. Let's go ahead and Stinkweed Imp. And play a Spore Frog. That seems good. I don't really want a Hanakami back a Rendflesh. I would much rather get back a Death Denied with it. See if my opponent attacks. So I'll actually just kill this Virulent Sliver here. And then I'll chump block with the Spore Frog. Actually probably should have played the Hanakami if this was going to be my play, because now I lose my Spore Frog. But it does take out the Virulent Sliver. My opponent doesn't know how Stinkweed Imp works, so is not aware that that's not going to work for him. I mean, I guess it kills my Stinkweed Imp now. But I wanted my Stinkweed Imp to be dead, so my opponent played right into my plans. Their draw has been pretty bad as far as Sliver draws go. So still didn't find anything good. So I'm just going to run out my Imp again. This turn I will play the Hanakami. Yeah, let's play out the Hanakami. Play out my Stinky Stink. And hold up Moment's Peace again. So my opponent got a little flooded. And fortunately we haven't found a Death Denied in our top half of our deck. They haven't found a Lord in 15 cards, despite having tons of them. They have 12. Are they going to attack? Give me a free block. That's interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take 2. Just let me kill stuff for free. Well, that's pretty insane. If they make that attack again, I'm just going to block with my Stinkweed Imp. I don't even want to play the Spore Frog. I really want my opponent to attack again. I probably should have just blocked the other one because I really want the Stinkweed Imp in the graveyard. Okay, Slivers of Reach, sure. Wonder what my opponent drew last turn. Okay, it was a land. They're not attacking this time. Okay. I suppose I can Kodama's Reach and Splice. I suppose I would rather get rid of this one, the Reach. So I'll get rid of, I've got 2 Ren Fleshes, so I'll get rid of a Ren Flesh. Got a lot of Spore Frogs in there, I don't think I need quite that many. And I only need 1 Thorn. Okay, Rip, Sliver. Let's grab 1 of each, I suppose. Not that important. I don't intend to cast this Orobi's Whisper anyways. I would start attacking, but I really want to trade off this Stinkweed Imp. So it kind of looks like our opponent was close to killing us, but they really only got that close because I didn't care about them dealing me more poison or more regular damage. So there's a Lord, their first Lord. Maybe that'll incentivize my opponent to attack. Nope. Okay, got another Stinkweed Imp. I wish there were a way for me to discard it. I kind of have to play it, unfortunately. Not going to wait like 5 turns to play it. Alright, let's get in though. Oh yeah. There's no way my opponent's going to have lethal next turn, and if they do, I'll just Moment's Peace. Okay. I'm taking 4. Blocking here if you attack. You feel lucky? Yeah, I don't know what my opponent can possibly do. They're in such a bad spot. It's like this attack is really just going to help me. Yep, go down to 2, no problem. Goodbye, Mr. Sliver. Hello, Stinky. Still didn't find one. Come on with that. I didn't exile any, did I? No, still no death denied. Alright, well. Gonna attack again. I think. No, I can't even attack again. Can't really incentivize that same play. Flanking. No attacks, huh? This would have been the turn to attack because I can't actually kill their stuff. There it is, so pretty sure I win now. Yeah. That seems like I'll just pass the turn here. My opponent's gonna attack with everything probably, or nothing. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means I can get 6 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all of them. Okay. Splice. I guess I'll hit I actually want to hit the Sidewinder more. Exile some lands in a Kodama's Reach. Alright, well that's a lot of value. What are you going to do about that opponent? We've locked out this opponent, by the way. They can't possibly win anymore. Unless they have Graveyard Hit. Alright. What do we get? Victim of Night. Let's just start killing some of their stuff, you know? Kill you. See if they drew a Vines. If their one card was a Vines. You never know, it might be. I have tons of Hanakamis now, so I can get back my Death Denied or my Rend Flesh and start Orobi's Whispering them again. Do have to be careful. Battlefield Scrounger is not safe against this deck. They can just journey it. So I do have to be careful not to run into that at all. My opponent doesn't know what Hirobi's Whisper does. All right. So let's go ahead and play. I think I'll just play this Thorn. Start really going to town here. All right, and then I'll play out. Let's play out the Tribe Elder. Gonna have to discard here. I'm gonna attack with both Stinkies. I think I got plenty of stuff to block with. Let's see what I draw here. Yeah, I'll discard one for him to see. So we've got the Sentinel Sliver. Let's see if that attacks me. It's possible I should have just kept this in my hand so I could use it twice, because you can double splice, but I don't really want to exile too many more cards from my graveyard, otherwise I might run out of food for the Scrounger. I'll just trade with the Thorn here. My opponent's giving me some options if I want to just block with the Sakura Tribe Elder for free, or if I want to trade. But then again, like, what else are they supposed to do, you know? All right, let's Death Denied here. Get back both my creatures, I suppose. Hopefully did I pick Splice? You gotta make sure you use Splice. So I want 2. Because it's so awkward, because, like, it doesn't tell me when I'm done. Like, now I paid 1 too much mana. Oh my god. I want to hit OK to finish paying. Oh my god. Come on, Death Denied. Can we please just... I want 2. Okay. Hit that. I don't need the Thorn anymore. I don't know what I exiled. It's too hard to see. Play Secure Tribe Elder. Play a Hanakami. Man, the Death Denied UI is so bad. It's so bad. But it is what it is. That's what we need to deal with to play this deck. Alright, we're attacking for 3. Used up all my green mana. Wasn't paying that close of attention. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, drawing a card. I'll discard an extra Spore Frog. Okay. Muscle Sliver. I think I still have more lands. Yep, I do. Alrighty. Let's just play out a bunch of stuff. I could kill this, but I don't really need to. So if my opponent goes to exile this, I will give myself Threshold with the Hanakami and the Spore Frog. And then I'll put 3 cards back, just so I have a few more to work with. Because I don't have a ton of time to kill my opponent, but I do have a lot of just free Doomblades with the Roby's Whisper. Armadillo Cloak is a little not important at all. Okay, let's get back at Death Denied, I guess. Give myself that freebie. Cast. Really just need the one. I'm going to exile the other ones, I guess. Man, oh man. This UI is just so bad. Okay, we killed that guy. Hanakami, Hanakami. Secure Tribe Elder, Hanakami. Alright, let's get in there. I finally was able to deploy my entire hand after getting incredible amounts of card advantage over my opponent. Looks like we overwhelmed him here. This deck is very slow to play. Just yeah, the Death Denied is really hard to use. I'll say that. I will say that much is true. Okay. My opponent has conceded. So the big problem I have with this deck, with the Slivers deck, is I have absolutely no idea if my opponent has any graveyard hate. I kind of want to pull, maybe it's so hard to pull up Sliver List because they never 5-0, so then you never know what people are playing. I guess I could quick look to see if Cooney in particular has a list. Oh no, it's Seth. Probably better known as Saffron Olive. He's playing on my YouTube. Okay. No tournament results for Cooney. How about for Muscle Sliver? So my opponent. So the issue is I don't want to bring in the Caterpillars. Actually, maybe the Caterpillars are okay anyway, just because they have the Journeys. So I might want to bring that in anyway. So one person has a 5-0. Does it have the main deck Armadillo Cloak though? No, it doesn't. Just in the sideboard. Well, that one doesn't have any relics. I think the Caterpillar's okay anyway. I'm gonna bring in 2 of them. Fume Spitter is always an iffy one against them. They can just play a 1-drop and suddenly you can't even Fume Spitter them anymore. So I think I'm just gonna bring in the 2 Caterpillars. Our deck is already kind of set up to beat this type of deck. Since they don't have any counterspells, I'm not sure I need all of the Hanakamis and all of the Death Denieds. But it took me a long time to find them last time. Maybe I don't want the Thorns again. They seem a little unnecessary against this deck, but at the same time, having a Fog Up with the Thorn is pretty insane against them, so even though I don't necessarily need them, I think I still want them. Let's see, I'll take out 1 Bog on the draw, and then I think I'll take out one... Should I take out a Kami or a Death Denied? It is kind of the combo. I think the Kami is less important than the Death Denied, so I'll go with that. I think the only reason you have so many is so that, like, if some of them get exiled or removed in some way, you still have a chance. I have to mulligan this one. No fogs, no nothing. No black mana. I need 2 black mana to even cast any of this stuff. I really need to find a Kadama's Reach if I keep this hand. I think that's another mulligan. This hand looks okay. Definitely need to draw some lands. I mean, I guess I'll keep that on top. So let's see how quick my opponent can get out the gate. I'm just going to run out this Hanakami right away. Who knows if I'm going to need the mana. Like if I draw a Sakura Tribe Elder next turn, I might not end up having time for the Hanakami. The 1 mana. It does let our opponent hit it with a Journey if they have one, but I think that's okay. Alright, so I'll be able to Rend Flesh some creatures here, and then I'll be able to Hirobi's Whisper some other ones. Then I'll be able to get back the Rend Flesh with my Hanakami if I need it. Alright, that one's pretty annoying. I could just trade with those. Okay, I take it. I'm just going to go ahead and Rend Flesh this right now. Don't want them to have Vines of the Vastwood up, so I'll just do that now. So next turn I can Hirobi's Whisper something, and then I can get back my Rend Flesh the turn after it and cast it. Okay, Plated Sliver. So this is the problem with Fume Spitter. Like Fume Spitter, if this had just been their turn 1 play, I wouldn't have been able to Fume Spitter anything in the whole game. I think I'm going to have to kill this Virulent Sliver. Really want a Stinkweed Imp now. It's pretty bad if they have... whatever. It's kind of bad if they have a Journey for it, but it is what it is. We'll see what they have. So I'm going to block and kill the Virulent Sliver if they just attack me with everything. They did have the Journey. So it looks like I'm going to have to kill this Virulent Sliver, and I am going to lose if they have Vines of the Vastwood. But they're slow. Their clock is pretty slow right now if they're not going for poison. Okay, my opponent is playing Thrill of the Hunt. Not particularly important to me. Okay, I think I'm just gonna Hirobi's Whisper right now. I want to kill that one. And then I think I'll probably Hanakami and then get the Rend Flesh. Like I'll block with the Hanakami and then I'll Rend Flesh something. So unfortunately, I was never able to get any cards into my graveyard. And our removal is not particularly strong against this Hive Stirrings. So I'm going to block a Sliver token, I think. Actually, no, I'll just let it go. If they next turn, I'll be able to block and Rend Flesh and stuff. So Thrill only costs 1. You're going to cast Vines? Okay. So it's not lethal. Alright, we got the Stinkweed Imp. So if they draw a Sliver that pumps, I'm probably going to lose. But I think the Stinkweed Imp is too much upside. Oof. That's a pretty brutal one. I'm not sure if my opponent knows how flanking works. Looks like they don't quite know how it works correctly. So it's a trigger. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Rend Flesh, I think. That way if I draw an Hirobi's Whisper, I can cast both of them. So my opponent should have attacked with the Plated Sliver. I can't block with my Stinkweed without it dying. Okay. I guess I just have to play that. Really needed to draw some more fogs in this game, like at least one. Okay. So I'm dead to almost anything. They're attacking with all their guys, so I kill the flanking guy. Now that I'm still dead. Yeah, I'm dead no matter what. So kill the flanking guy. Then I block the plated sliver. And I'm just dead to the pump. Okay, my opponent didn't pump. Now I'm not dead. Which is, of course, an interesting dilemma. A little definitely misplayed by my opponent. They must be forgetting the thrill of the hunt. But it doesn't matter. Their deck bailed them out, and they're going to win. There's no justice, you guys. No justice at all. Especially since Magic Online tells you when you have a card in your graveyard. It pops out. Alright. So a couple mistakes from my opponent there, but they didn't end up mattering. Still don't really want the Fume Spitter. I don't think I want Gnaw to the Bone. Maybe I do. Could really get out of range. I think I just need to not mulligan so low. Yeah. Okay. Let's run it back. I don't know, Gnaw to the Bone is just like an expensive fog at some point, you know? Like once they have four-ish creatures, Gnaw to the Bone just really expensive fog. Alright, what I like to play first. Ooh, my opponent's on the 61 card special. I like it. This hand looks pretty decent. I'm going to keep it. Okay. I have to decide if I want to save the Spore Frog or not. I think I'm just going to play it next turn for mana efficiency. But it does make it a lot worse if they're able to journey it in the second main phase at some point. But I'd like to go Forest, Brown Scale, and then play the Thorn after that. Okay, Predatory Sliver. I think I'd rather just rend that flesh. Get that guy out of here before they can get him bigger. Before he starts pumping everybody, before they can vines him. Okay. So here we go, we got the Thorn. We need to draw some fogs though. Definitely need to draw some fogs. That's not a fog. Fortunately, I can Death Denied back my Spore Frog if I'm really desperate. But I'm actually just going to block both of these if they attack. Because I'll just trade one of them with my Thorn. So I'm going to block the big one, of course, or the big pumper. Get one of them off the table. So I think this turn I'll probably Death Deny that guy back. Just want the frog. Unfortunately, I don't have another untapped land, so that's about all I can do this turn. Definitely need to draw more fogs though. I'm going to play the Rot Farm so I can play an untapped land next turn if I need to. Because I might want to double Brown Scale next turn. Okay, another big sliver. Alright, sacrifice the frog. It's kind of my last chance to draw one. I only have one more draw step here. Okay, that's actually not bad because I'll be able to take back the monarch after next turn. It's questionable here if I would rather play double brown scale. I think I'll play double brown scale. It'll just double block one of their 4 toughness guys as long as they can't increase the toughness another time. But we'll see. It depends a lot on what I draw here. Okay, so it looks like I am going to get to kill Sinew Sliver. Or at least force him to use a pump spell to save it. Fortunately, with his Vigilant Sliver means I can't attack back. I'm sure they have a pump spell, so I don't expect this to work very well. It's possible I should have just not blocked at all, so that next turn I could play the Rose and the Secure Tribe Elder. So that's enough to... It's not enough to kill both of them. It's interesting my opponent just spewed off the other half to get one more damage in. Okay, so we lost our Monarch token. So I really need to draw a Fog in the next turn or two. This gives me 2 more shots at hitting a Moments piece, but it rules out Death Denied and Spore Frog, so I don't think I can afford to do that. Oh man, we're getting really flooded. I think I need to top deck a Moments piece, right? Or am I just dead if I play both these out? No, I'm not. Not quite dead if I play them both out. The problem is I will lose the Monarch and never be able to get it back if I play them both out. So that doesn't seem great. Yeah, I think I just need to hope I draw the Moments piece here. This should be a pretty good matchup, but I just only drew 1 Fog in the top 16 cards. Yeah, we lose. We definitely lose this game now. Yep. My opponent actually had a good draw this time. They drew 5 Lords out of 7 spells. So that's pretty insane. Let's get a Lord off the table and jump block that one. All right, so I need to hit a ton of Moments pieces in a row here. Or a couple of Moments pieces and then like a Death Denied. I don't think I can afford to dredge because like a Spore Frog will give me another turn, and so would a Death Denied. That won't do it though. I have succumbed to our opponent. Despite many, many misplays by my opponent, they're able to defeat this excellent, excellent deck. We had a pretty bad draw, unfortunately. Let's just hope they miss their attack step and we'll call it good. So if I had dredged the brown scales, I could have seen 2 more cards for a Moments piece, but I would only get the flashback, and it cut off a ton of my outs, so... Sidewinder Sliver, you know, just in case. It's F6 here. I figured it out. We died. We're 0-3. Time for the next round.